Okay, folks, happy August 10th. What day is it? Who knows? Who cares? I do know it's August 10th because I just looked at my phone. All right, point of order. My name is Cale Carlson. I run, own, and operate Lead Farms. I farm with my daughter, Laura, who also operates a YouTube channel, Laura Farms. Go check it out. Link in the description below. There's actually a lot of farmers out there on YouTube that are doing a tremendous job. Highly recommend following all the farmers you can on YouTube. Clarification, I am in a seed field right now here, and we're gonna get down into the weeds. Well, never mind the weeds. We're gonna get down in the weeds. I'm just gonna explain everything as quickly, thoroughly, and as fast as I can, so you guys can kind of understand seed production. It's different than normal commercial corn production or popcorn production or white corn. Every farm is different. When you think of a farm, don't think of like, well, that's just a farmer over there. We are all different, unique individuals and fiercely independent, for sure. Here's a seed field. This is what I got going on. It's a 4-1 pattern. I have 4 females and 1 male. This male has already pollinated the female. You can see it because the silks are brown. These are typically white, but they go, once they're pollinated, they turn brown. So, male pollinated the female. These are both inbreds, and we are creating a hybrid. You've probably heard of hybrid corn. So, this is the hybrid that we created. We no longer need the male, so we destroy it. We chop it out. When we harvest, we'll come in with 12-row pickers, and we cannot have this male now contaminating our new product. In this field also, we deep cut it. So this was these females were sterile, and so we did not have to cut, pull, and detassel, send kids in here. It's already a sterile, but they went ahead and cut it. Now they come in here and deep cut it. And the reason they do that is for earlier harvest, less plant intake, and also it will seed size the seeds in here. Because us farmers, for next year, this will be planted next year, we want a certain kernel size. Us farmers get pretty picky when selecting it. So these companies that I grow for do whatever it takes, whatever they can to get the most pure, best product out there. And all I have left to do is irrigate. When we were destroying this, we also were blowing on turnips and radishes. And you can see that here. Look down in here. These seeds just dropped in here. That is a turnip, and that's a weed actually. Radish. So they are growing. That is our cover crop. And we'll actually graze these fields. Once this field is harvested, we will graze it winter time. Great cattle feed. You know, possibly good for the soil as well too, taking up whatever extra nutrients is in here. So what else do you guys want to know about seed harvest production? It feels like there was one more thing I wanted to tell you guys, and I can't think about it right now once I get rambling. Great day in the state of Nebraska. You guys are outstanding in my field right now. There was one more thing. Note to self, edit this video, Cale. Cut this part out and we'll splice it. That's about it. So, yeah, did I already do the intro? Cale Carlson, Lead Farms, Laura Farms, Laura's dad. And, oh, let's go start an irrigation well. Okay, here we are back at this diesel motor. Not sure why it shut off. It's been shutting off frequently from time to time, if that makes sense. Of course it does. Cummins diesel, love it. It's got oil, water, everything, fuel. I brought another fuel barrel out here. I'm gonna connect those two together when fuel prices drop this winter. Fingers crossed. And then we'll fill them both up. So I'm gonna start it, but I'm gonna leave the PTO engaged, because the way this thing fires up is just beautiful and amazing, and I do not need to use the clutch. So, well, if it starts, let's see what happens to this beauty. Okay, here we are back at this diesel motor. Not sure why it shut off. It's been shutting off frequently from time to time, if that makes sense. Of course it does. Cummins diesel, love it. It's got oil, water, everything, fuel. I brought another fuel barrel out here. I'm gonna connect those two together when fuel prices drop this winter. Fingers crossed. And then we'll fill them both up. So I'm gonna start it, but I'm gonna leave the PTO engaged, because the way this thing fires up is just beautiful and amazing, and I do not need to use the clutch. So, well, if it starts, let's see what happens to this beauty. put earplugs in, probably should. Here's water. This is how we survive out here in Nebraska, is water, water, water. We're sitting on top of an ocean with water underneath of us. If we didn't have water, pivot irrigation, we wouldn't be able to grow crops like this, because most years it's dry, dry, dry. This would just be grassland as far as the eye can see, an ocean of grass. Now we're in an ocean of corn and soybeans to feed the world. Hooray, glad to do it. The corn looks tremendous. Oh, this is commercial corn. For those of you that are just tuning in, it'll either go to ethanol, liquid fuel, cow feed, or could be shipped out overseas to another country for food, fuel, or fiber. Not fiber. I'm not a cotton farmer. So, as you guys are following along, I will show you how to run this Ranke panel. It's got a touchscreen display. That power unit, that Cummins diesel power unit, has a generator underneath, and it's generating 480 volts. Well, or 500. 480, there you go. Do is just go start, because we're already forward. Here's the pivot. It runs in circles. Uh-oh, it did not go. We will try the safety override. Now we maybe know why it did shut down. Oh no! It is not running. We are going to go to reverse. Not a good sign. It won't run forward because I was running forward and it safetied out. That means we have a problem. That's maybe why it shut off. Green means good, blue means water. Here, I'll turn the water on. If we go right here to pump, blue, beautiful, amazing. I'll turn that off because it might safety off. Let's go up on the pivot tower and look out at the pivot, and maybe we can see a misalignment. A misalignment would mean there's a gearbox, motor, shaft, U-joint, tire, or micro switch. It's a number of issues. Hi. As we check across this pivot, oh man, that corn does look good. This is where I'm at right now. Hold on, folks. We wave because we're friendly out here. And you run the eyesight all the way down this pivot. Do you guys see any towers that are out of line? I don't. Nothing is standing out to me that would be a problem or an issue, but the pivot will tell me. This might be the next issue in the next video. Every day, try to film something. You know, it's late in the day. Got some soybeans hauled in. But here we are fixing something. I got the other pivot running. 90% is running, but then you have one issue, and this is where your focus and your heartache comes from. Come on, baby, just run. Please, does that help? I've got my lucky hat on. Shoot. Well, how unfortunate. There is a problem out there. So this is what I'm gonna do. And don't try this at home. I'm gonna hold in the safety override for just a little bit. Can you collapse a pivot by holding this button in? The answer is yes. This is very dangerous. I would say pros only. And I've learned my lesson a few times. So we're going to hold in the safety override, so that way, whatever tower has a problem, it'll misalign a little more severe, and then I don't have to walk out to every tower in this corn. I mean, can you imagine going in to investigate a pivot like this? It's really tall corn. It's really good corn. Now, typically, guys, I cheat and I use my sprayer. It's got a 6-foot ground clearance and it can drive in these fields. So one of the great things about owning your own self-propelled sprayer is that you can drive out in the field. You can drive out to the pivot point no matter where it's at. You don't have to walk out there with a 200-pound gearbox, 200-pound tire, whatever else. Still no word on the sprayer. I probably better make a call. We don't have it, so we got to do this by hand. I've done it my entire life growing up, but when you get, technology, vehicles, anything else, it's awesome and amazing. Oh, speaking of technology, I want to show you something real quick. I put you guys down low so you wouldn't get scratches of corn leaves in your eyes. This receiver, when it's powered up, gives power through that radio receiver. That radio is pointed back to the farm, goes up to my leg, and then down to my office, into my computer, spits it out to the internet so we can check on the phone, on my computer, on my laptop, my computer at home, anywhere out in the world. Because of this technology, I can see if this pivot is on or off or issues, as long as it has, and maybe I'll go home. It was a kid's first day of school. Maybe I'll talk to them while it's still light out and find out how their day went. Let's cut the video here, Kale. Back to Kale's editing video editor. Cut and splice right here. Put up the things for the ads and the things at this point. Thanks, guys, for following along. Your subscriptions, your notifications, your likes, your comments, I absolutely love them. I've heard Laura for years. It gives her such tremendous energy, your support in doing this. And I'll have to say, I'm starting to feel that energy. The last couple weeks or couple months, you guys have really poured out support to me, and I really appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. I'll try to show you. It's definitely going to be my side. It's going to be junk. Skip ahead. Skip this video. It's going to be absolute trash. But a few of you people out there love what I do. So I'm just going to, I don't know if it's going to be a vlog. I'll show you what I'm doing out here, and that's what you're going to get. So stay tuned if you like it. If you don't, throw your computer in the dumpster. But love you guys. Be safe. Get plenty of sleep. Drink plenty of water. Hey, Kale. Just curious. What are you still doing out here? I thought you quit the video when you shut that other pivot off, which is actually over there. Well, I was heading home, and then I saw this end gun could potentially be spraying on the road. So, well, ran home, grabbed the gear, rain gear, as Laura calls it, the traffic cone rain gear. Man, it feels good out here, even though it was a hot day. I'll give you that as my backdrop. The machine is moving in that track. Yes, pivots do knock down some corn, but honestly, folks, it's not that much. Don't worry about it. So I thought I'd do a small fix. Follow along as I teach you guys. So this valve goes to the end gun, and so when it's on the corners, it can reach way more by shooting out water. You see what it's doing now? But now it's going to put it onto the road, and that's not good. What happened here probably was something broke. Did you bring stuff to fix it? No. There we go. Here's a hose missing. And there's a... Okay, I got it. Oh my goodness. Sorry, folks. Stay tuned. Hold on. Did you guys get wet? Did you take a drink? I'll bet it was lovely. Anyway, I got another problem out there. I can't reach it. This pressure will shut this valve off and should close that end gun. Will it work? And also, sometimes in life, okay, bonus footage. Most of you guys have already left, clicked on the next link, gone to the next channel. Some of you have said, hey Cale, if you're still out there, we're still out there. This is B-roll, extra bonus footage. This engine just shut off. I was going home, got all my work done, on my way home. This engine shut off, so follow along real quick. It should be an easy startup because we got the phase converter. Power, it's dead, who cares, whatever. I'm just gonna fire it up real quick. If it doesn't work, we're going home. It's another thing for tomorrow. Okay, phase converter is working. This is another, this blew up out of here. That was a, that's another story for another time. 100 stories happening out here that nobody gets to share because they just happen. You guys are getting 1% of everything that probably is farming. I see the iPad power unit, the box display is powering up, 220, 220, 221, whatever it takes. Good job, guys. This is the second or third fix of the night. When I drive home, I'm going to avoid all of my fields, and I'm going home to be a dad, to be a family man. No more work. This time I promise. You know how many times that promise is broken? Love you guys. Don't stay tuned. It's just going to be more of the same. This is my everyday life. I don't know. Hope you like it.